welcome to another episode of Friend Outdoors.
On today's episode, it's November the 7th, and a lot of bow hunters believe that today is the best date of the year to get a nice buck. And the Pope and Young record book confirms this theory. Our trail cameras, again, give us up-to-date data, but so far we keep choosing the wrong stand. Bucks are covering a lot of ground, and spending more hours in a stand should increase your chance for success. It can be slow at times, but that can change at any moment. Today, I find myself in an oak tree near a bedding area. Here's what happens. I decide to move in to this area because my trail cameras have confirmed that several nice bucks have started to show up here. Eventually, I hear some deer coming from behind my tree stand, and I turn to get some footage. I watch these two does as they browse around my tree stand, eventually making their way up to one of their favorite oaks. I've noticed that these deer really like the acorns that's falling off that oak up there, as several days in a row I've seen deer feeding under this same tree.
just happened. I want to show it to you. So it's like 11:30. It's November the 7th, and we all know the rut is in and the deer are moving. Today I saw a buck above me right at daylight, and he went over the hill into the bedding area. I saw 2 does after that, early. Then the one doe come back down this road, and I filmed it and showed you. So at 11:45, I decide to get down. I'm thinking about going home, getting something to eat, and going somewhere else because it's so slow. As I'm looking at the camera, there were 3 shooters here yesterday. A real good buck here this morning, right before I got here. As I'm looking at the card on my phone, I look up and one of the big ones is 20 yards from me, coming at me. He caught my scent and he went up the hill into the bedding area. He didn't blow. He don't know what happened. So needless to say, I'm back in the tree stand. There was a bigger one than that in here. I'm going to show you the footage. I mean, it was slow. It can happen in a second during the rut. I can only hope he comes back or another one comes in. Here's the footage.
Once I really looked at the footage and studied it, this isn't the buck that I thought it was. I knew it was just a matter of time, as this buck is directly downwind from me now.
Okay, it's about 2:30. So far I've seen 2 bucks and 2 does. I saw one of them right at daylight. I couldn't film it. It was too dark. It was in front of me. I heard it went down the holler to my right. And I had 2 does come through. And then when I was checking the camera, I had that buck come down the road here. Also this morning, I heard a car hit a deer down here. It was raining this morning. I heard it slide and I heard the thud. So hopefully everyone's all right there. I didn't hear any sirens or nothing. So hopefully some deer's going to show up here pretty soon. So stick with us. If we get any action, we'll bring it to you. We appreciate you watching.
As this doe gets to within about 20 yards of my tree stand, I keep watching behind her to see if she's being followed. Eventually, this deer shows up and continues to eat acorns up around that oak tree.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We had a lot of activity here in the last hour. I had deer all around me, does. At one point I counted 7 up there underneath that oak tree. But eventually one snorted up here on the hill in front of me. Must have caught my wind. I never saw it. I saw all 6 of them go through the funnel that way. The other one probably just dropped off into the field. But we really appreciate you watching this episode. Hey, if you enjoyed it, please hit that thumb up like button. We really appreciate it. And consider subscribing to our channel. Again, it doesn't cost you anything. We also like to say we got a lot of short videos on our channel underneath the shorts tab. A lot of different animals. We think you'd enjoy it. We'd like to thank our military personnel. Thank you for your service. Now for a preview of an upcoming episode on Friend Outdoor Adventures.